Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma, and today I'm going to tell you about this beautiful 2011 Infiniti G37X all-wheel drive. We took this one in on trade. These G37s are becoming harder and harder to come by. Most used vehicles that we acquire for Infinitis are off 3 releases. So any older Infinitis, usually we're going to get them in on trade. And a lot of people like these cars. They don't like to trade them in. They last a very long time. I've seen these things go 200 and even 300,000 miles. One of the best V6 engines ever made. That's a whole story upon itself. But we recently actually did a mailer to a lot of local Infiniti customers saying that we'll give them above Kelley Blue Book value for their trade-ins, and that got a lot of people to come in. And some people we weren't able to come into a deal. Some people we were, but we actually took in some nice G37s on trade over the weekend. So right now, you know, obviously you could be watching this video, especially on YouTube, 3 or 4 years in the future, but as of October 2020, Infiniti of Tacoma has one of the best selections of G37 sedans we've had in a long time. This one's a local one-owner clean Carfax vehicle, lots of service history at Infiniti of Bellevue, and at our store Infiniti of Tacoma. 96,952 miles, about average mileage, maybe even a little bit below average mileage for a vehicle that's you know, close to 9 years, getting almost 10 years old. People average about 10, 12, 15,000 miles a year. But this one is very nicely equipped with features, as the interior accents package, navigation package. So the interior accents package gives you nice wood trim on the center console, and on the doors you have the navigation package, parking camera, nice leather interior, power and heated front seats, moonroof, Bose sound system, automatic dimming mirror with universal garage door opener, power adjustable steering wheel that tilts and telescopes. And look at this. This is a old feature in Infinitis that they don't do anymore. It's too bad, but the whole steering column goes up and down with the steering wheel, and that's so the steering wheel will never obstruct the gauge cluster. I've really only seen this in Infinitis and a couple Nissan products. I think it was just too much money to implement. You know, having a tilt steering column adds additional cost to the vehicle, so I think that's why eventually Infiniti just did away with them, but I think it's a really cool feature. And maybe you've been looking at the Q50 and it's just a little bit out of your price range. Well, the Q50 is very similar to the G37. In fact, the Q50, up until 2016, where they put a new engine in it that was never available in the G37, up until that point, the 2014-2015 Q50 mechanically is pretty much identical to the G37. The engine, the transmission, the steering, the all-wheel drive system, a lot of the suspension components are pretty much exactly what you get in the Q50. Obviously a different body style with the G37. The Q50 ended up replacing the G37. For a little while they were sold side by side, where they changed the name of the G37 to the Q40. But really fantastic vehicles. They always sell well for us, and there's always a loyal following. It's fun to drive, very reliable. These are built on the 370Z platform. So being built on a rear-wheel drive sports car platform, it's a lot of fun to drive. Even if you look at some older car magazine reviews of the G37 and G35, they've even equated the handling to almost Porsche-like. It's a really excellent handling vehicle. Some people actually say that these are a little bit more fun to drive than the Q50s, because the Q50s did gain a little bit more weight when they replaced the Q50s, a little bit heavier. And I think the G37s might be a little bit better balanced as far as weight distribution goes. So we have the carpeted floor mats, all season mats. This one features intelligent all-wheel drive. It's rear-wheel drive is standard, intelligent all-wheel drive is optional. Most people like the all-wheel drive in the Pacific Northwest with our wet, slippery weather. And if you drive in the snow, you'll do a lot better with all-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive. It's intelligent all-wheel drive. So when all-wheel drive is not needed, it's 100% rear-wheel drive, but when those rear wheels start to slip, almost instantly, in a matter of milliseconds, it can send up to 50% of the vehicle's power to the front wheels. You can also see this one has the performance wheel and tire package, so you get these larger 18-inch wheels versus the standard 17-inch wheels. Looks beautiful in black on black. Has a chip guard paint protection system, which is a clear Scotch Guard material that protects the front end from stone and rock chips. It's done a great job over the 96,000 miles that was on it. And here we have the VQ37 engine. These engines go 200, 300,000 miles. I even have videos on our YouTube page of variations of these engines that we've taken on trade with 300,000 miles on them. My G35 has one of these engines. Mine only has 80,000 miles on it, pretty low mileage for an 05 G35, but these are such awesome engines. Timing chain, so you don't have to worry about changing timing belts. And they're designed to have a service life of 300,000 miles, and they go that long. We take Infinitis in trade all the time with variations of these engines with 100, 200,000 miles on them. In fact, we have two G35 sedans, an 03 and 04 we took in a couple weekends ago and on trade, and they both had over 200,000 miles. One was a little bit rough, but the other one was actually running pretty good. So just don't take my word for it. You can do some research. VQ35 engines, you'll hear a lot of good things about them. And not only are they reliable, but they're also very powerful. This one makes 328 horsepower, so almost 330 horsepower. It's almost like a sleeper. It's like a little all-wheel drive, 328 horsepower sport luxury sedan, and it's made in Japan. And the Japanese build quality is excellent. If I was going to buy a luxury sedan close to 100,000 miles, I would definitely want one that's built in Japan. And these are great products. I love them. I've been with Infiniti 16 years. I own Infinitis. They're just amazing, balanced vehicles that offer a perfect combination of performance, luxury car comfort, and outstanding reliability, and beautiful looks. Thanks for watching this video. Hope to see you soon, and have a wonderful day.